So, the thing that I want is,
Should I record on the camera as well?
yes,
Okay.
when things start, you know what you can do, John, is just to save room on the card, because we're going to use this card for the other
Okay.
music. Record the start until the last wave is gone and they're outside, she stops talking, and then right before they come back, hit it again.
Okay.
And let Eve know the same thing. She'll
Okay.
know what to do. But just stay broadcasting live the whole time until
Yeah.
it's done.
Yep.
All right. Can I grab that again? So remember you talk about, who you are, that you went to school here. I remember running, blah, blah, blah. So, John, she's on input 2.
All right. You gotta switch them both to.
So, right now, they're both.
run across the field and take a right as they go past the woods and through that trail you'll see in a minute. And they're off. I want to say this is Nick Brown taking the lead. Norton and Hopkinton close behind Nick in a pack. They're going to head into the woods here, so we'll lose them in just a second. And there they go. So this course is a new course for Hopkinton. In past years, the cross-country teams, both boys and girls, raced at the state park. And that course was a little different, a lot more pavement, and hillier than this course. But one thing that's really challenging, I think, for the runners today will be the course because it's new and because it's shorter. It's a little shorter than what they're used to, just below 3 miles at 2.9. And these runners typically will run 5K for their races. The first mile is also slightly downhill, so they'll be coming uphill for the second and third miles. But it's more of a false flat, so it's hard to even notice when you're going out that it is indeed downhill. And so I think a lot of people might go out too fast in the excitement of the race. And then later... Oh, I'm being told they're about to start the second wave. And they're off. This is the second wave of runners, and usually in cross country everyone would start together. But because of COVID this year, the start is staggered, and so they'll go off in smaller groups. As you can see, everyone's wearing masks. But I think they'll be allowed to take those off as they start to separate. So if they're not near anyone else, they'll, I think, be able to take them off. Strong start for this pack as well. And it looks like there's a third pack, and that'll be our final wave for the boys. Right now, they're running down Center Trail. So there's another trail right off of Center Trail that is in the woods here, and they'll connect to the larger trail. They'll run down the hill, down Center Trail to the Wellsville Trail, and that'll have them turn around. They'll come back up Center Trail and do a lap on the loop road, run around field 13, and come back towards the football field. And the third wave of boys has gone off. It seems like there actually may be a fourth wave. A lot of people coming out to run today. The weather today, obviously a little bit wet and on the colder side. But if I were running, this is the kind of weather I'd want to run in. It's a lot better than running in the heat, at least, and not the greatest for spectators, but I think the temperature is probably ideal for cross country. The one challenge of running in the rain might be the mud, especially center trail might be slippery. It's more of a sand, packed sand, I don't really know, but that can be tough to run on. Oh, sorry. And the third wave of boys is just reaching the woods now. They'll head off onto Center Trail as well. The fourth wave has just gone off. They're headed across the field now. There they go, Norton taking the lead. A strong start for Hopkinton and Norton both. After the fourth wave disappears into the woods, I don't think we'll be seeing anyone again for a little bit, but they will finish up here on the football field. So once they finish their loop around field 13, which is just off the loop road, they'll head back this way and run up that trail that the fourth wave of boys is just now on. They'll come up and across the JV football field and run down the hill to run across the varsity football field for the finish. And there goes the fourth wave of boys just reaching the trail now. So that's everyone.
How long is the course? How long would it take them to run it?
It's 2.9 miles, so I'm thinking we'll probably start seeing people soon. It'll take 15 to 16 minutes for that front pack, most likely, to complete the course. Oh, and we'll take a break now. Is it not recording now? Sorry, I've never... through the race, which is very impressive. They've run about 2.5 miles between the last time we saw this group and where we're seeing them now. So they've done their loop around field 13 and they're coming back. It seems that the front runner has a pretty big lead. There's a pack following him with, it seems, 4 runners and a 5th right off the back. So they'll come up this trail along the side. We're going to see them on the JV football field as they come out of the trail. I think we should be seeing them any moment now. Oh, there he is. He's coming up a slight hill. He'll make a left. So that's Nick, and he'll be taking the diagonal as best he can to make a straight line across this field. Try and make the distance as short as it can be. And he's looking back over his shoulder, but it doesn't seem anybody else has gotten to the field yet. So once he gets to the end of the field, he'll run through those 2 cones on either side of the gate and take a left down towards the track. We're seeing just now the next runners reach the field. Close battle for second, it seems. We've got Hopkinton taking 1, 2, 3, and 4 so far, and Norton in 5th and 6th. In order to win a cross-country meet, you have to score actually the smaller number of points. And if you take 1, 2, and 3, that's an automatic win. There's no way another team can come back from that. So 1, 2, and 3, if we can maintain them, we'll win the meet. All right, and here comes Nick down the final stretch. They'll finish at the end of the football field. You can actually see this line of cones down the center, which is kind of unusual. They'll be finishing one team on either side of the line. So Hopkinton will be on the line closest to us, and Norton will be on the side farthest away. And there's Nick taking the win for Hopkinton. And here come 2, 3, and 4, also from Hopkinton. Seems and Hopkins takes second as well. Here come 3 and 4, almost to the line. And then there's Norton taking 5 and 6, it seems. Oh, and it's a close race. Close race for 8th. Let's see who's going to take it. I think it's going to be Norton. And I think that was Norton. All right, it seems like we have a little bit of time before we'll see our 10th runner. Oh, there's Norton, our 10th runner coming in right now. He's on the final stretch. And this will be Norton's final scoring runner. So the first 5 people from either team will have their place count as their score, and then those places are added up to get the total score for the meet. We have another Norton runner followed by 3 Hopkinton close together. A lot of people starting to come in now. Right, and then they have this nice downhill on the pavement. which actually is kind of tough if you're wearing spikes. I'm thinking most of them are not because they'll have run a good portion on Loop Road, which is also paved. So for this race, people are going to have to be taking their spikes out of their shoes, which makes it pretty slippery, I think, if you're running on wet grass. Hopefully we won't see anyone slip today. I have definitely done that before. It's not good. Oh, and two runners from Hopkinton battling it out. Kicking it into the finish. Norton also kicking it in strong. And we've got another Norton runner. Hopkinton just crossing the line. Another Norton runner. Here comes another runner from Hopkinton. Oh, there we go. I think those are pumpkins on either end of the finish line. Very festive. We're so close to Halloween. So I think that should be most everyone from the first wave. We're likely seeing the second wave right now. So I think typically if everyone had started at the same time, you would be seeing a whole bunch of runners crossing around the same time right about now. But with a staggered start, everyone's going to be much more spread out, which is a good thing in terms of taking health precautions. But I think it might be challenging for some runners who are used to running with a big pack, having to pace by themselves. It's really going to be a test of who knows their pace, who can really push themselves even with no one else around them. And then with the waves having gone off at different times, the appropriate amount of time will be subtracted from each person's time. So there's always a possibility that someone from wave 3 could finish behind someone from wave 2, having run the course in a shorter amount of time. So it'll be hard to know the results for some of the people starting in the later waves until everything is totaled up afterward. We'll have to see if any of these runners are running PRs today. It's a relatively new course, so they haven't had a lot of time to race. I think they've had one race so far in this course, if I'm correct. And that was in much nicer weather. Kind of perfect weather last Saturday. Oh, right. And I've forgotten to mention so far, but it's actually senior night. This is our final meet at the home course in Hopkinton. So today, all of the seniors on both teams will be recognized. I think there are balloons and posters, possibly flowers. Recognize all the seniors who have spent 4 years in this sport. It's definitely a tough time to be in your senior year, because I know the season isn't quite what everyone expected, but it's great that everybody's still able to get out here and race. Last year's senior class, I know, was a big one for the boys. They've graduated a lot of runners, and so this year represents like a big opportunity for some of the younger runners to step up in leadership roles and as runners in a way they haven't necessarily before. I think they lost a good amount of runners who did actually go on to run in college. So those runners will be running their first year at the collegiate level, while a lot of their younger teammates will be stepping up. And here we go. 2 more runners coming in. Got another runner from Norton. All right, we have another runner from Norton coming in, I think. This meet is one that in a typical season probably wouldn't happen because Norton's actually a smaller school in the TVL and Hopkinton is larger. And so in a typical cross country season, you'll have dual meets between large schools and dual meets between small schools. And the only time that these teams would normally see each other would be at larger invitationals on the weekends and at the TVL showcase race at the end of the season. This year, the division is actually geographic, and so Norton falls within the same geographic location as Hopkinton. I think it's divided between east and west. I could be wrong about that. But it's a opportunity for teams to see each other normally wouldn't during the regular season. Another runner from Norton about to pass his teammate. Nope, his teammate got it right at the line. Got another runner from Hopkinton coming in. Norton just now crossing the line. All of the work that these boys have been putting in over the past 6, 7, 8 months is really starting to show. The indoor track season was cut short right at the very end, and obviously outdoor track did not happen in the spring. So these boys have been training on their own throughout the spring and summer, many without their teammates. And I think it's been really tough to sustain the same level of training that they normally would put in given school cancellations and all the uncertainty, but everybody is doing really well, having put in a lot of work over the summer. So it's finally an opportunity for them to race after missing their spring seasons. We've got another runner from Hopkinton coming in. He's approaching the line now. Another runner from Hopkinton following him. We've got a third Hopkinton runner just reaching the field now. All right, and I think that may be it for the boys. We're trying to see if there's anybody else out on the course. We think that may be everyone. Oh, here's another runner. Right here. All right, and Aiden just took the left onto the pavement. He's headed down towards the track, where we can see a lot of his teammates cheering. It seems there's a few extra people who have joined the course marshal. We actually have them stationed throughout the course, so over on Center Trail and down on Loop Road, just to let runners know where the course is and where they need to make turns. Very helpful, especially for the visiting team, because it's pretty easy in cross country, I think, to lose track of where you are and make some wrong turns. I know I've done that before. Got a runner from Hopkinton coming in now. Strong kick to the finish. And he's over the line. I think that concludes our broadcast of the boys race. Be back soon with the girls race. And we're back with the girls' race. I think it'll be going off in about 5 minutes. You can see Hopkinton already on the line, Norton heading over as well. And this, as with the boys' race, will be in multiple waves, and so we'll see them start, I'm guessing 2 or 3 waves. Seems like we have less runners than the boys' race. And it's actually started to rain again, so I don't know how that'll fare. It's not too heavy, but it's definitely cold. Maybe about 50 degrees right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of them are wearing long sleeves. I think the girls team from Norton is actually wearing pink this month for breast cancer awareness. Boys team was in purple, so pink is Norton, green is Hopkinton. See them lining up now. Some strong runners from both teams. So this will be quite the race. They're spreading out on the line. They'll all start wearing masks. And I think it's 10 to a wave, 5 girls from each team. So from Hopkinton, I think we have Olivia Jones, Hope DeLuca. I want to say that's Grace Joy. Hard to tell from here, but as they start, we'll probably have a better view. The official's giving them instructions now. They're moving off to the sides, probably about to start. And they're off. Olivia from Hopkinton taking the lead with the lead runner from Norton. I think that's Bella close behind. So they're going to follow the same route as the boys, heading across this field. 2 runners from Norton, then that's Hope DeLuca, Grace Joy, Autumn Templeton. 2 more Norton runners, and then we have Lisa Lewandowski, also from Hopkinton. This looks like it'll be a good race. Already starting to spread out a little bit. They'll take that right, head down the trail. I think the weather in this race will be a little bit more challenging than the boys. It's definitely going to get a little slippery if it keeps raining. They're headed down the hill. They'll run across the turf field now. Go into the woods. The course marshal waiting there. Whoever that is will just direct them, show them where the turns are.
No problem. So I've got everything locked.
Alright, I think they're about to reach the woods. And there they go, off onto the trail. The second wave for the girls is about to start in just a moment.
And as soon as the last of them move, you need to spin it around and get this second wave.
Right. There goes the second wave. It's 10 more, 5 from each team. I think this is Haley Glassburn and Katie Callery, maybe? Actually, that might be Hope? Hard to tell. So all 5 Hopkinton girls ahead of the pack of 5 from Norton as they go into the woods.
Alright,
Take that turn.
no, bring it all the way because you're wrapping your wires. And they want to get over. I see a person standing in the woods over there. Yeah. That's what. So zoom in on there. And there is going to be a third wave.
So based on the girls lining up now, I think it looks like there may be a 4th wave as well. So we'll have 2 more after this. Second wave having just gone off. They're running across the turf field now. I think we should be able to see their heads in just a second. Here they come. They're off into the woods. I don't know if you guys can see them, but they've just entered the trail. The 3rd wave has just gone off. They're making their way across the field now. Seems like Norton starting to take the lead on this one. Strong start for these 2 girls from Norton. So the 2 girls from Norton in the lead. And we've got a pack behind them. We won't see these runners return for a little bit. They're going to head down Center Trail, do a loop around Wellsville Trail, and come back up the trail to head right on the loop road. And once they head out on the loop road, they'll run over to field 13, one of the soccer fields, I think, do a loop around the field, and head back in the other direction, back towards us. And when we see them, they'll come out the JV football field, run across, take that left down to the track, and finish on the football field. The 4th wave is lining up just now, about to head off. I think in a moment we'll see the 3rd wave reach the trailhead. The rain luckily is not getting much harder. Still a light drizzle. And there goes the 4th wave. They're headed off across the field. 2 girls from Norton and 5 from Hopkinton. So pretty even numbers of runners on either team. The number of runners that can run each meet is actually limited to 20. So I think Hopkinton does have more runners, but not everyone can run in every meet. Not sure whether the same case holds for Norton. But about 40 girls total running in this race today. Today is senior night, I guess this afternoon, but senior night for the seniors on both teams. On the girls' side, we have 2 seniors who have already committed to run in college. Olivia Jones, who's committed to the University of Florida, and Greta Field, who's committed to the University of Massachusetts Lowell. There are some other strong senior runners as well, who may also go on to run in college. We'll see. But so far we know those two. And I've heard that the lead runner from Norton has committed to run at Dartmouth. We should see pretty strong performance today from Norton's lead runner Bella and from Hopkinton's lead runner Olivia. I think Greta right now is battling an injury. She started in the third wave. Seems like she might be pacing some teammates today, trying to help them pace to a PR. We've also seen some good races this season from Hope, from Haley, from Grace, Autumn, Lisa, Caitlin. Should see them coming in hopefully in the top 10 today. It'll be a tough team to beat though. Norton's very strong. And as I was saying earlier, we wouldn't see Norton during the regular season in a typical year. They're usually in the small schools division, and so the only time Hopkinton typically races against Norton would be the TVL Showcase Championship, as well as some of the bigger meets towards the end of the season. And we'll take a break now. We'll come back when the runners are back up near the fields. Are we back?
Yep, we're back.
Oh, sorry. We're back. It seems like Norton is in first with Hopkinton not too far behind. They're down on the lower field right now, and they'll come up through the woods and take that left onto the JV football field. So they still have about, say, maybe 400 meters to go. A good amount of time, but I don't know if Olivia can close this gap. It's certainly possible, but we'll have to see. They're both going to kick hard, come strong into the finish. Looks like in third,
Nope, she almost made the wrong turn. Yep.
we've got two runners battling it out, one from Norton, one from Hopkinton, so that'll be interesting to watch.
Right.
And here's Bella from Norton first. She'll head across the field and down to the track for the finish. And there's Olivia close behind, trying to close that gap. Olivia has been battling a few injuries this season. You can see her knees are taped. They're both running really well, though. Norton still with a good lead. We've got two more that should come out of the woods any moment now, and it's very close. One from Norton and one from Hopkinton. This looks like Autumn, I think. This will be a close race for third. All right, and Norton coming in strong. She's just reached the field and she's on the final stretch. Looks like Norton will take the win. And here comes Olivia from Hopkinton in second. And Norton just about to cross the line. So Norton first. Olivia from Hopkinton about to take second. We've got a bunch more girls coming in. Right now, Norton in third, Hopkinton in fourth, Hopkinton in fifth, and Norton in sixth and seventh with another Hopkinton right off the back. It's a very, very close meet. I think if Lisa, our fifth runner from Hopkinton, I think. All right, let's go, Autumn. Norton coming in fast for third. Autumn from Hopkinton not too far behind. They're both kicking hard. Got another Hopkinton girl in fifth. This is Grace Joy in fifth. Norton in third. Autumn from Hopkinton in fourth. And Grace from Hopkinton coming strong in fifth. Lisa from Hopkinton has passed one of the Norton girls, and she's kicking hard. Looks like it's going to be Norton, another from Hopkinton. It's a very close race. So far, Foreign from Hopkinton, the fourth runner from Norton about to cross the line. A very close race. We've got Hope from Hopkinton coming across the JV field now. And not too far behind her, we've got Katie, also from Hopkinton, another runner from Norton. All right. and Hope from Hopkinton, having just rounded the corner, is headed down to the track. Katie, followed by a Norton runner not too far behind. All right, and here comes Hope. Fifth runner from Hopkinton, our final scorer. Headed for the line, kicking it in strong. Katie, also from Hopkinton, reaching the field now. And she's on the final stretch. We've got another Norton runner headed for the line just now. This will be the fifth runner from Norton. Even though only 5 runners score, the 6th and 7th runners from Hopkinton are able to displace scoring runners from Norton. So Hope's run was very strong, very important, and may have helped us win the meet. I think it's too close to call it. I haven't been adding up the numbers this whole time. With Norton getting 1st and 3rd though, and Hopkinton in 2nd and 4th, it really comes down to those 3 through 5 runners on each team. So their performance in this meet is very, very important to see. Really good work by Lisa and Hope. We've got another Hopkinton runner coming in. I think it's Haley. Hi, Haley. Yeah, it's Haley. Haley kicking in hard. Norton runner close behind her. The gap is pretty big. I think Haley's going to keep that lead. Oh, a tight one coming up. We've got 2 runners from Hopkinton and a runner from Norton, all close together. I think Norton might be on the wrong side of the line, but they're battling for the finish. It's very close. It looks like it's going to be Hopkinton, followed closely by Norton, a 3rd Hopkinton runner. This is Kate Bouvet from Hopkinton, kicking it in strong. Two runners from Norton, coming in strong. Caitlin Barnes from Hopkinton right off the back, also kicking hard. She may be able to catch this runner from Norton. It's going to be a close finish. Caitlin kicking hard. Let's see. She do it? It's very close. Just a little too big of a gap to close. Great job for both runners. We've got another runner from Hopkinton. It looks like it's Greta Fields. Are you Mass Lowell commit? Greta coming in strong. Off a workout, I think. We've got another Norton runner behind her, just entering the field now. Norton putting in a really solid performance today. again, right now we would normally be seeing a lot of runners pretty close together, but because the runners have gone off in multiple waves, we're probably seeing runners in the second and third waves coming across the finish line right now. They would normally be running closer together, probably in packs, and having people to pace off of, people to race with. A little bit harder in this format, I think, to stay motivated throughout the whole race. Another runner from Norton making her way across the JV field right now. We've got another Norton runner entering the field. Here comes a Hopkinton runner. Another runner from Hopkinton and two girls from Norton close behind. That'll be a close finish. Oh, actually, I think that's my sister. That's Tori from Hopkinton. Another runner from Norton having entered the field. And down below, see a Norton runner kicking it in strong. Second Norton runner also headed towards the finish line. And we've got a Hopkinton runner also headed towards the finish line. These girls all putting in really good work today, especially with the weather. Alright, and we've got a Hopkinton runner, two Norton runners, one in front, one behind. Let's see, this is going to be a close finish. Let's go, Tori. Tori from Hopkinton still managing to hold off the Norton runner. It's very close. They're neck and neck. It looks like Hopkinton at the line. It's very close. Maybe Norton. Here's another Norton runner kicking it in. We've got another Hopkinton runner coming in strong. I think this is Chloe. Really good kick. A very strong finish.
And these are the last ones.
Yeah, we've got three girls from Hopkinton close together. Got Abby, Caroline, and Amelia. sorry, that's Emily, not Abby, in the front. Emily, Caroline, and Amelia. We've got 2 Norton runners following them. We've got another Hopkins runner coming in. I think this is Julia. Oh, this is Julia. I think Nina just crossed the line. This is Julia. Hard to tell. All right. Got a few more Hopkins runners. 3 of them close together, kicking it in. This will be a close finish. All 3 of them starting to kick it in now. Another hopping it across the line. And 2 more right after her. A Norton runner with a really strong kick. About to cross the line. Nice work. We've got another Norton runner coming in. I think the final stretch right now. Okay. I think this is about to be our senior night ceremony in just a moment. Got a Norton runner about to cross the line. She's in. A very strong race.
So say we're going to stay here for the senior activities.
Okay. And we'll stay here for the senior activities. Be on the football field in just a moment.
You may know, as a mascot, you might have forgotten his amazing dance moves, Nick Brown! And his parents, Peter and Bert Tanner. Now we have the fastest man in all thy land, Third Lord Peter Bernoulli. And his parents, Sarah and Mike Bernoulli. Now we have definitely not Shadow God, James Joko. Thank you. Now we have Steve Forward.
Generally speaking, you want to look towards the camera.
Nice job, boys.
Coach, you want to get in? Great, thanks.
I love the